Well, Hurricane Lee did not try to spare us. The support I had here for this pumpkin is gone. Pumpkin's on the ground. I don't know how mature it is as yet, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to harvest these right here because the tendril is already dried out, as you can see. This one's dried out. That's dried out. This one here, I'm going to check on it to see how the tendril's doing. Actually, let me just show you. See, I don't know if I want to harvest this one as yet, but it's putting some really good weight on that trellis. And so I'm probably going to just leave it a little longer until the tendril is properly dried out. But for the Georgia Candy roasters, I'm going to go ahead and harvest those, because this trellis is also taking the weight of some other varieties of pumpkins here. So I'm just going to remove the ones that are already mature and ready to be harvested. And as you can see, there's also another heavy pumpkin right here. And there's a tendril. It's still pretty green. Let me just show you. Right in here. And I mean, I can harvest the pumpkins, but because I want to store it up long term, I'm waiting till it's fully mature and that the tendrils are properly dried out. It's still windy out here. As you can see, the trees are still blowing in the wind. It's chilly out here, and there is minimal damage in my garden. Some trees are down, and I'll show you that in a quick sec. So as you can see, the wind did beat up on my ground cherry. The branches were standing up pretty tall, but they're actually literally on the ground right now. That one's down, that one's down. I have a zinnia flower plant here that's also down. Okay. This marigold here is leaning off to the side. My trellis here with my Chinese python snake bean was down, so hubby just put it upright and he put a stake in the ground with a zip tie right here, so now it's standing tall again. But we did get minimal damage. Oh man, that one's down too. A couple sunflowers are keeled over a little bit and still blowing in the wind. Yeah, sunflowers going down. All these asparagus, they're pretty much laying down now. They're not upright anymore. And it is windy. Windy, windy. I thought the sun was going to be gone by now, but I guess not. I have a sorrel tree here that the wind has rocked out of the soil, so it's laying down pretty much right here. Oh man, we gotta stabilize this one too, babe. Oh man. See, it's supposed to be standing upright like so. Oh man. Alright, I'll let it go down until we're able to stabilize it, because it's still windy out here. And let's see. If I can see what the tendril looked like. Oh, there it is. Okay, I believe this is where it broke off from. Right here. And if so, then this is a tendril right here that was closest to the fruit itself, and that's all dried out, so that's a good thing. So now hubby is helping me stabilize this trellis, because as you can see, he can't stand under it anymore. It's come down quite a bit with the weight of these pumpkins, giant pumpkins we got here. So he's gonna try to stabilize it. Ooh. There we go. There we go. It happened. That's okay. It's okay. It's quite alright. So this one ended up hanging, and then that one dropped off, but that's fine. We got seeds. I know that's one already matured, so we'll get a lot of seeds from that for sure. We just need to put a zip tie like right here to keep it. Yeah, see how it's kind of bruising? I mean, we can walk under it now, so that's fine. We have these two on it left. That's fine, right? It's the end of the season. We're gonna go ahead and harvest. Well, it's gonna be a pumpkin harvesting day today, because these are pretty much all done. I just wasn't ready to cure and store them up as yet because I still have a lot of herbs on my drying racks and potatoes that I harvested from my container gardening. See, all these are ready to be harvested. Oh yeah. So that's what's going on in the middle of the storm, which should have already blown out to sea, but we still have some residual wind, and so we're just doing a little survey, just checking out what's going on. See, all like this one here is ready to be harvested. The vines have died back so well, right? Tendrils are already dried out. Dora, why are you in here? Why are you in here? Get out. Out. Get out of my garden now. Thank you. Girl, bye. It's funny how this cucumber is still on the vine, and this corn is still standing tall. Actually, there's one that's like halfway down. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and harvest these pumpkins now, and then I'll head to the back and see what damage we endured in our secondary garden. The wind is doing the most. It's gonna take out that trellis. Look how this is rocking like crazy. Look at that, guys. The trellis is just going back and forth because it's so windy. I'm surprised we didn't have any more wind damage than the wind damage we had, but I'm still thankful. And by force, I was made to harvest these pumpkins and these butternut squash because of the storm. I have some tomatillos that I have to collect. I'm gonna go ahead and take all the butternut squash out, well, most of it, and the tendril is dried, as you can see, so I'm gonna make a decent harvest of that today. Look at the size of these. They are really good size and ready for harvesting. This pumpkin here, let's see how much it weighs, and this is the biggest one of this variety that I have, 17 pounds and counting, so that's a good size. This North Georgia Candy Roaster here, it's just about 7.5 pounds. It's a good solid pumpkin to grow, or squash, whatever you want to call it. This butternut squash is 4 pounds. So we made out pretty good this year, and this is my harvest for today. And I planted 10 different varieties of pumpkins and squash, and they are all winter varieties that can be stored up long term. So these will take us right through the fall and winter months and even into the spring. I have successfully stored up butternut squash and other pumpkins for at least 8 months. But here I have them on the rack. I'm going to cure them here for a few weeks. And after that, I'm going to store them in a cool, dry place. I have potatoes and other squash, like these acorn squash. I have beans that I'm drying for storage. I have flowers and herbs that I'm drying here, and this is what I'm doing to collect my food and be able to store them up without using any type of preservation or refrigeration. This is the old school way, and I'm able to continue doing that with great success. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time right here on Fifi's Journey.